Next we're going to go to Sirach chapter 36, verse 24. Sirach chapter 36, verse 24. He that getteth a wife beginneth a possession, a help like unto himself, and a pillar of rest.
It is very, very important that we find women who are in this truth, who want to go after you as a leader and you being in God, who want to follow these laws, statutes, and commandments. It's very, very important that we teach them these laws, statutes, and commandments, and that we walk together, so that we teach our children these things in a strong foundation. If not, they're going to learn the ways of these worlds. They're going to be partakers to this Babylon that we live in amongst. And we must separate ourselves. If not, we're going to have a lake. And that's all there is to it.
My people are destroyed because of lack of knowledge.
Yes, they are.
Hebrews chapter 13, verse 4. It says, marriage is honorable in all, and the bed undefiled. But whoremongers and adulterers, God will judge.
And when the Most High coming back, He's going to come to judge you with a sword. You might be worried about us judging you, because we tell you what you're doing is wrong, and we really rebuke you. We judge you according to this doctrine, this sound doctrine, and a man should be able to judge you amongst brethren. So you'd rather us judge you instead of the Most High come back here and judge you with his sword, because that's just what's going to happen. Destruction will be unto you.
Looking for a quick precept.
Nope.
1 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 15. But he that is spiritual judgeth all things, yet he himself is judge of no man.
I'm going to bring another precept too. We're going to go to Sirach, chapter 45 and 26. God give you wisdom in your heart to judge his people in righteousness, that their good things be not abolished, and that their glory may endure forever. Now, if we keep in all of these laws, statutes, and commandments, the Most High just told you right there, our glory shall endure forever. But right now, you watch the TV, you looking at social media, all you see is a whole bunch of butt pics. You seeing our women, they on there with their breasts out. Our women is acting fool. They mouthy. Our men is treating their women like they vile and disgusting. When our women, you need to know your worth. And if you know your true glory, you go back to these laws, statutes, and commandments. Us as a people, man and woman alike, we both responsible. Our glory shall endure forever. But right now, we are born to shame. And some of y'all don't even care that we born to shame. You don't even care. You're happy with this Babylon. You act like some homeborn slaves. That's just what you do, act like some homeborn slaves. And you don't even realize it. You're happy with this, you're thinking this is the life. You want to show off and turn up. But it's time to turn it down and read up.
Well said. Next we'll go to Sirach chapter 26, verse 9. Chapter 26, verse 9. The whoredom of a woman may be known in her haughty looks and eyelids. If thy daughter be shameless, keep her in straitly, lest she abuse herself through overmuch liberty. Watch over an impudent eye, and marvel not if she trespass against thee.
And you gotta let your daughters know about themselves. If you're not letting your daughter know about herself, if you're not keeping her from herself, then you're leading your daughter to her own destruction. You need to teach your daughter to manage herself, to be well of herself, to respect herself, because respect starts with herself. Nobody's going to respect you if you're not respecting yourself. A man is supposed to respect a woman, but it's up to you to give them something to respect.
And to our liberal brothers and sisters, the Bible is an anti-feminist book. Sirach made it clear that we're supposed to keep that the fathers, if your daughter's not married, supposed to keep a watch on your daughter and keep her in control. Women are supposed to have the freedom to do whatever. They don't always make the best choices. So it's the responsibility of the men, the father, or the husband to help keep the woman in line. Right at the end of Isaiah 3. Sirach chapter 26, verse 12. She will open her mouth as a thirsty traveler when he hath found a fountain, and drink of every water near her. By every hedge will she sit down, and open her quiver against every arrow.
And you don't want your daughter sitting amongst many strange men, being led astray by many strange men. Let your daughter get turned out by this world, because all she's going to do is be led astray. When we as fathers, we should be there for their guidance. You should be making your daughter bring whatever man of interest around you, and you give that approval. And if that man is not of God, you make him kick rocks. It's your duty to make that man kick rocks and live up to standards to the Most High. It's your responsibility. And us not standing up being a man, this is the reason why we're going through the things that we're going through right now.
I want to read a couple more verses.
Bring it up.
Sirach chapter 26, verse 13. The grace of a wife delighteth her husband, and her discretion will fatten his bones. A silent and loving woman is a gift of the Lord, and there is nothing so much worth as a mind well instructed. A shamefaced and faithful woman is a double praise, and her contented slocket mind cannot be bowed. As the sun when it rises in the high heaven, so is the beauty of a good wife in the morning of her house. As the clear light is upon the holy candlestick, so is the beauty of the face in right age.
Just precept that right there. Proverbs 30, Proverbs 31.
Proverbs 31:10. Proverbs 31:10. Who can find a virtuous woman? For her price is far above rubies.
Far above rubies.
So quiet, shamefaced, respectful to her husband, that's the definition of a virtuous woman.
You can go down to 12.
Proverbs 31, verse 11. The heart of her husband doth safely trust in her, so that he shall have no need of spoil. She will do him good and not evil all the days of her life.
And that's a virtuous woman. You ain't gotta worry about that. What that woman's gonna do. She's gonna be faithful to her husband. She's gonna be a jewel to his crown. You know, she's gonna honor him no matter what. And that's the woman that our woman should aspire to be. Not worried about trotting around with different men and being harlots into this world, and not going after different men and being whores. Because that's what you're doing. If you're jumping off to this man, that man, this man, that man, you're being a whore. And we got to be honest with you, that's what it is. And if you're jumping around and you're sleeping with different men's wives, then you being a whoremonger. And these are things that we must stop, because these are the reason why we are in the state that we are in.
Sirach chapter 26, verse 22. Sirach chapter 26, verse 22. Back to dealing with the heart. So it says, a harlot shall be accounted as spittle, but a married woman is a tower against the death to her husband. A wicked woman is given as a portion to a wicked man, but a godly woman is given to to him that feareth the Lord.
All praise to the Most High. So, to show you that if you of the Most High, you're going to be rewarded with a godly woman. And if you're a wicked man, you're going to be trotting around with these wicked women. And they're going to bring you the wickedness of this world. I mean, the Most High said one of the curses is going to be all the diseases that is not written in this book. So, these women is going to come back to you with these things. And that's the reason why STDs and things of that nature is running rampant in the black and Hispanic communities right now. Because you're being rewarded with your wickedness.
That's right. There's more. Verse 24. A dishonest woman contendeth shame, but an honest woman will reverence her husband. A shameless woman shall be counted as a dog, but she that is shamefaced will fear the Lord.
And I don't even need to say anything too much about that. I mean, it says shameless woman shall be counted as a dog. And not for nothing, you know what a female dog is. We ain't even got to spell it out for you. You know? The world has called that for what you see. We need not even speak it. The world says that to you all the time. If you're a shameless woman, you shall be counted as a dog. And Pac said, you wonder why you called that.
That's right. Chapter 9, verse 6. Sirach chapter 9, verse 6. Give not thy soul unto harlots, and thou lose not thine inheritance. Look not round about thee in the streets of the city, neither wander down in the solitary places there. Turn away thine eye from a beautiful woman, and look not upon another's beauty. For many have been deceived by the beauty of a woman. For herewith love is kindled as fire. Sit not at all with another man's wife, nor sit down with her in thy arms, and spend not thy money with her at the wine, lest thine heart incline unto her, and so through thy desire thou fall into destruction.
And I mean, I even tell you, you know better. You know you should not be sitting with another man's wife turning up. There's no way you should be sitting with another man's wife turning up. You know what it's going to lead to, and I don't even need to spell that out for you. It's right there for you. You should know better. We should do better.
Even asked that Florida Pastor O. Germain, who was went to one of his church members' houses to have a business meeting with another man's wife.
Yeah, he was doing his business, sorry.
Move on to 1 Timothy chapter 2, verse 9. 1 Timothy chapter 2, verse 9. It says, in like manner also, that women adorn themselves in modest apparel, with shamefacedness and sobriety.
Nah, she should be turning up all the time.
Shame, faithfulness, and sobriety.
Nah, she need to be sitting at the bar drinking with other people.
Shame, faithfulness, and sobriety.
Nah, she need to be drunk falling on the floor.
Shame, faithfulness, and sobriety. Listen, daughters of Zion. Not with embroidered hair, or gold, pearls, costly array.
And you shouldn't be all about these things. It's sorry for you to going out looking nice, but these are the things you should not be all about. And you should definitely be keeping a sober mind, because you got to remember, if you're an older woman, these younger women is looking at you, and you teaching them that it's the thing to do. Like it or not, you are their role models. You are them looking to the future. So we need to wake up and realize what we're doing and what we're instituting in the community.
I remember the First Lady, former First Lady Michelle Obama, a reporter asked her who her role model was. And out of all the possibilities of women, she happened to say Beyonce, who runs around stage in her bra and panties and doing concerts. A married woman at that. That's the role model of our First Lady, former First Lady Michelle Obama. Next we'll go to Sirach chapter 19, verse 29. Laying back in on a woman wearing modest apparel. Sirach chapter 19, verse 29. A man may be known by his look, and one that have understanding by his countenance without reason. A man's attire, incessant laughter, and gait show what he is.
You shouldn't be walking around being no gigolo. You shouldn't be walking around with your pants below your butt. Pull your pants up, man. I don't know how many times I gotta tell you that, man. Once again, the children's looking at you. Women, why is you dating a guy like that? Why is you walking around with some guy with his pants falling below his waist? Like, come on. Do you know where that started at? That started in slavery with buck breaking, and then it went into the prison houses. And that means that you belong to another man. Pull your pants up.
That's right.
That's what you're saying about yourself. You want to be buck broken.
That's right. Titus chapter 2. We're going to move to Titus chapter 2. Start at verse 2. That the aged man be sober, grave, temperate, sound in faith, in charity, in patience. The aged woman likewise, that they be in behavior as become of holiness, not false accusers, not giving too much wine, teachers of good things.
Nah, teach them how to twerk.
Teachers of good things.
Nah, teach them to dance around the pole.
Teachers of good things.
Nah, teach them how to take shots up in breasts.
Teachers of good things. That they may teach the young women to be sober, to love their husbands, to love their children, to be discreet, chaste, keepers at home, good, obedient to their own husbands, that the word of God be not blasphemed. Young men likewise resort to be sober-minded, in all things showing thyself a pattern of good works, in doctrine showing uncorruptness, gravity, sincerity, sound speech that cannot be condemned, that he that is of the contrary part may be ashamed, having no evil thing to say to you, to say of you, Salaki.
Yeah, and you want to keep a good name, dude. And women, you want to keep a good name too. Don't be drunkards. Man, stop being drunkards and falling all over the place. Don't be slosh-buckled and drinking all the time. You know, have some pride about yourself. Pull yourselves up. Love yourselves better than that.
Your daughters of Zion, daughters of the King.
Your sons of Jacob. Treat your women with some respect.
So that's it from there. Let's